talked about the news, and it was never discussed, oh, shall we pull out? But obviously,
but that kind of tells me, if you're looking at a plan B, if you're looking at a plan B, it means plan A is looking.
Really, he's kind of mugged himself off a little bit by saying, I'm going to knock this guy out. He didn't give Eubank enough respect. Like I say, he was throwing shots at...
They tried to shut this thing down. And I'm saying that's fake news. I'm not having that. So let's wait and see. If it's true, that's a shame. You'll love to get to the bottom.
He was never going to pull out of the fight. He's been training since April, May for this fight. He's making a lot of money for this fight. It's a fight that he believes.
Confirmed that he has broken the floor of his orbit. He has a fracture, and he had a hemorrhage to his...
I can't really say too much.
I know you can't, and I appreciate that.
I just can't.
To Dillian White and a Coley. End of the day, that should be a Coley all day and night. Yeah, you don't want to fight no young heavyweights like that though. He either wants to put on a fight in a top fighter who's done all the hard work and take his chances, or he wants an old washed up dude. Fight, react, poor. That's what a Coley needs to do. Because I don't like that. People schedule fights and then they pull out. Oh, I was injured. Well, if he was injured,
He's pissed off. I mean, he was a big fight. He's trained very hard. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. You imagine the cost involved in a training camp. Booking places to set the camp up, bringing the sparring partners in, the nutrition.
Just days before the highly anticipated rematch with Chris Eubank Jr., Conor Benn has pulled out, and the timing couldn't be worse. What should have been a career-defining redemption fight has turned into a storm of speculation, frustration, and disbelief. At first, fans assumed it was another excuse, a convenient escape for a fighter facing mounting pressure. But as official details surfaced, the truth became impossible to ignore. A fractured orbital floor and a hemorrhage behind the retina, brutal injuries, real damage. Frank Warren confirmed the medical report himself, putting to rest the idea that this was some publicity stunt. Still, the backlash hasn't slowed. Critics accused Benn of poor timing, unprofessional preparation, and lacking the focus to deliver on the hype. The contrast couldn't be clearer. While Eubank Jr. remains composed, fit, and razor-focused, Benn is forced to retreat both physically and publicly. Months of training, marketing, and millions in promotional investment now hang in limbo. Inside the gyms, frustration runs deep. Promoters and trainers have poured time, money, and energy into a camp that may never see its payoff. Warren put it bluntly, when a fighter pulls out, nobody gets paid. Camps cost a fortune. The sparring partners, the nutritionists, the logistics, all gone in an instant. It's more than an injury. It's a financial disaster. Experts across the boxing world aren't mincing words either. Former champions and analysts say Benn has mugged himself off, calling out opponents, talking big, then falling short when it matters. They argue he underestimated Eubank, showed arrogance, and now pays the price. For some, this pattern feels all too familiar, the latest in a line of overhyped storylines that damage boxing's credibility. Meanwhile, Chris Eubank Jr. has remained eerily calm through it all, focused, controlled, patient. Observers describe him like a predator circling its prey disciplined, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Mackenzie even called him a hunter who knows exactly when to spring his trap. It's clear Eubank is ready to fight, whether Benn is standing across from him or not.
The chefs, trainers and everybody, and you don't get paid. It's a massive loss. You can't insure it, or if you do, it costs a fortune to insure. But very, very.
You know what I know. He's become a bit of a predator, and he waits and he pushes and he pushes and then he waits and then he springs and sets his.
Anything. It was. Well, we knew half an hour ago. You probably noticed I've been on the phone running back and forth.
I'm a bit sick of it, to be honest. I feel as though the sport needs. We always used to take the piss. When I was younger, I remember cycling had such a bad reputation, everybody being a cheat.
It's just wrong, in my book. But you know what? I also think that what he's done. It's like a slap in the face.
Pissed off. I mean, he was a big fight. He's trained very hard. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. You imagine the cost involved in a training camp. Booking places to set the camp up, bringing the sparring partners in, the nutritionists, the chefs, trainers, and everybody. and you don't get paid. It's a massive loss. You can't insure it, or if you do, it costs a fortune to insure. But very, very.
Behind the scenes, the fallout has been ugly. Confusion, mixed messages, and chaos ripple through Benn's camp. Insiders describe frantic phone calls and last-minute scrambling. Veteran coach Dave Coldwell voiced what many are thinking he's tired of the theatrics. The endless drama, the media spin, the half-truths. Coldwell says boxing deserves better real fights, real professionalism, not headline stunts. And then came Chris Eubank Sr., never one to hold back. His criticism cut deep. He called Benn's pullout a slap in the face to his father's name and the sport itself. In his eyes, legacy is built through accountability, not excuses. Conor, talking about Crawford, he said, "What are you talking about? You haven't earned that." His words carried the sting of truth that reputation must be earned in the ring, not crafted through social media or clever PR. Even respected voices like Barry Jones and Brian Bomack McIntyre see the writing on the wall. They argue Benn's pullout exposes deeper issues, mental pressure, lack of confidence, and poor preparation.
I can only harm him, because that was a hard fight, the first one. This one will be another hard fight, whoever wins, unless there's a real freak occurrence, not a freak occurrence, unless someone gets caught with the shot really early, then it's going to be a hard night, which you still have to make Eubank the favourite again, like I did the first time.
To ask you, but I'm going to ask it anyway, Bomack. Is there any way you can see that Conor Benn beats your guy?
No, I can't, for the simple fact that it's hard to beat the guy that already didn't beat you. I mean, I can see that Chris is beating him at everything: the press conference, the stare downs, the fight. To me, he got his number, and I think he's going to be in a better position coming into this next fight because Chris knows.
I'm not talking about Crawford. What are you talking about?
Okay.
You haven't, I mean, it seems to me as I go back and look, I'm the only one giving him credibility. I don't believe he had anything to do with being juiced up. He got juiced up, his team juiced him up, whoever they are. That's my view. I don't think
this is big for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not. But these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger. And we wait to see what.
Bomack was blunt. It's hard to beat a man who's already beaten you. From the press conferences to the stare-downs, Eubank has already won the psychological war. Stephen Smith offered perhaps the most balanced perspective, reminding everyone that boxing has always thrived on drama, but not all drama is good. Yes, controversy sells. Yes, it builds anticipation. But at what cost? Benn's repeated K's risks turning a serious sport into spectacle. Now, as the rematch stands in jeopardy, one thing is clear. Conor Benn's credibility is hanging by a thread. The injury may be real, but the timing and the noise around it have created a shadow that's hard to escape. Chris Eubank Jr., calm and composed, stands ready the professional opposite of chaos. And while fans debate what's real and what's spin, one truth remains in boxing: hype fades fast. Discipline lasts. The ring exposes everything. And when it comes time to fight, there's nowhere left to hide. Because in this sport, talk doesn't win, fight's heart does.